I'm in one of those moods today where I just want to cut off all of my hair. I'm serious, like, I'm talking like here. I'm not joking. So in the next like couple weeks, and my hair is shorter, you know why. Hi everyone, my name is Holly, and today we're going to be talking about something very important. Yes, I know everybody has already done a Mistborn book review, but let me ask you this. Is The Alloy of Law, the first book in Era 2, better than Mistborn, the first book in Era 1? Let all of the angry comments commence. I really wanted to film this video because I recently did a series review for the original Mistborn series. I'll link it down below for you, and so many of you told me in the comments that you enjoyed Era 2 a lot more, and I was very intrigued by that. And I recently finished Alloy of Law, and I have some thoughts. Let me just set Mistborn back here looking all ominous and suspicious. So I don't want to give anything away. This is going to be spoiler free. I am treating this book as its own, which is what it deserves. Now, both generations' entertainment are like hovering side by side. They are shoving each other out of the way. In my opinion, they are both amazing. But I loved Alloy of Law so much. It just spoke to my hidden Western fantasy soul. Ever since reading Red Country by Joe Abercrombie, I have been wanting more, and this satisfied my craving. Alloy of Law brings everything that readers loved about Brandon Sanderson's original Mistborn trilogy, from the high-octane magic system, allomancy, fun, quirky characters who are absolutely hilarious, and a very thrilling, complex plot, and dumps it all into this Western setting. In fact, what struck me the most when I very first started reading this book is how immensely different it is from the original trilogy, and how well that is still blended in with the history. I was not jarred by the fact that this book takes place 300 years after. Brandon Sanderson has brilliantly interspersed past elements as well as fond memories from the trilogy. In this book, we are following Wax and Wayne, who are two officers from the Roughs, which is a place that kind of pays homage to the American Old West. As they move back to the big city, they have to attempt to solve the series of mysterious robberies and kidnappings that are being carried out by this gang known as the Vanishers. This plot was definitely your typical Western plot, with the robberies and kidnappers and hidden masterminds with hidden agendas. It moved so well, and it was very nicely complemented by the dialogue. Nowhere in this book did I feel stuck or contrived, because it flowed smoothly with very, very witty dialogue that intermixed within the plot, even when things were becoming very serious. The main character, Wayne, the sidekick, so to speak, he's kind of like the class clown. He would say some type of witty comment, and it really released the tension, and it was at the perfect moment. While humor is also present in previous Brandon Sanderson works, it just felt like it was displayed on a whole new level. Now, Brandon Sanderson in interviews has mentioned that this book was just supposed to be an experiment, kind of like a side project for his creativity and inspiration when it came to writing more in-depth books, aka The Way of Kings. But the series has grown in telling and is definitely resting firmly within the Cosmere universe, and it deserves that. Now, I'm saying this having only read this book so far. Well, I've read the original trilogy, you know that, but I'm saying in this series particularly, I still need to read the other two books. But I think I have a right to say what I'm saying. Now, Sanderson has definitely gained a reputation within the fantasy community through his very intense and complex magic system. We all know this. And this book obviously marks the return of that magic system. I know a lot of people who have read the original trilogy and haven't read this, so this is why I'm mentioning this. So obviously we have allomancy, which is the ability to be able to burn metals, but this book introduces what is known as twinborns. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like you need to go into this book yourself so you can discover what twinborn means. It's really fun to learn about it, and I think it's amazing that a magic system that we are already used to, Brandon Sanderson can add something to it and make it fresh again. So, is Alloy of Law better than Mistborn? I can't answer that question because they are both on their own pedestal. I mean, Mistborn definitely has that depth and scope of the world, and Sanderson isn't going to reintroduce you to that world, so he immediately just dives you into this with a whole new plot and a ton of action. You know the information already. Okay, so while it isn't necessary that you have to read the original trilogy to go into this, oof, those words hurt my soul. I don't know who in their right mind would go into this without having read the original trilogy, but we do not gatekeep ratings or book reading in this space. It certainly leads to plenty of fond memories for readers who have. Whether it's the talk of the Ascendant Warrior or Iron Eyes, read the epilogue of this book, holy crap, I almost cried, or even the still functioning Church of the Survivor. A keen eye could definitely list a huge article of references while reading this book and connecting all the dots, and even just the map in this book. You'll recognize some street names, some buildings that are called certain characters from the original trilogy. Alloy of Law is a fantastic return to this world where Miss reigns supreme and allomancy individuals take to the sky. If you enjoy Mistborn and you haven't gone on to the second era because maybe you're too scared that it won't live up to it, don't be scared. I highly recommend doing it. This definitely brings logical technology advancement to the world of magic. So that's it for today's video. These two books can just fight it out for all I care. I will not be flipping this book or giving you my star rating today because I will be doing that in my wrap up at the end of the month, so be sure to look out for that. But tell me down below, do you enjoy Alloy of Law far better than Mistborn? I would love to know. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed because it helps me out so much, and go ahead and subscribe. I upload videos every single week. Follow me on Instagram at HollyHeartsBooks and on Twitter at HollyNees, and until we meet again, happy reading.